Hey everybody, JM Gaming here, back again with another IdleOn account review. Today we've got Danneth again, doing the old channel point redemption. So let's go ahead and get right into it. They're just looking for an overall account review. They've, obviously, you can watch their tons of videos that I have on my channel. They keep constantly just progressing very well. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. First of all, your obols. They look fantastic, but here's something that you could do. If you're farming, I get it that you're using the dice obols, but keep in mind, if you're not like really looking to push something, you could switch these to World 5 AFK ones. Therefore, it's going to benefit like 9 characters instead of just 1. I mean, you probably have them, but yeah. Shrines, I see you've gotten them up since the last time. At some point, you're going to have to get into doing a little bit of statue farming. You can go a lot higher on them. These two especially, you can get a bit more. But, I mean, that's just kind of nitpicking you a bit. Stamps, I see you went over the 10k mark. At some point, you're going to want to push this probably to about 15k. You're getting to that point to where now you can start kind of elevating a little bit. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at your characters here. I don't know why I was looking at prayers before, but yeah, let's go. Equipment, I see you've got, like, everybody in Emperor for the most part. Keep working to get the rest to Emperor. Like, you're getting there. You've definitely gotten more sense since the last time I saw. Let's see. Just double check some stuff. Tools, you've got them on Dreadnought. Work on. I know, obviously, your trapping level is probably not going to be high enough. But definitely, when you get the skill high enough, you should upgrade your skull and upgrade your traps. Definitely do that. Also, make sure you're doing happy dungeons every week so you can get your rings. Yeah, you're getting there. 115 is super close. Super close. It's still going to take a while. At some point, too, when you start doing your farming, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to get more cheese on everybody. That's always a good thing. I also, when I got into the point, and I did this recently, I see that you have one person benefiting from it. But at some point, what I did was, when I was farming gold food, and I finished off the beanstalk and stuff like that, I actually farmed up like 3 million. I'm not saying you have to get to that point. I farmed up 3 million golden dumplings so I could put 300,000 on everybody. I then farmed an extra million on top of it, so then I would have a million, like essentially 1.3 million that I could put on somebody for prints. I want to say it does. I could be wrong, but I want to say it does, just not a ton. But I mean, you're not just going to be doing monuments forever. Let's be honest. Eventually, you'll get them off it. I'm just saying it's down the road. I'm not saying like you have to like stress about it by any means. See, this was something before. You're looking really good on this. You're at the Myriad crate point. Very nice. So that's another thing that just you don't have to worry about. You can kind of passively let it do its thing. Beautiful. Good on that. Make sure you're buying chips every week. I mean, I know you don't have a ton. It is what it is. Wow, bags look pretty. Nice. You just got to get some more of the little pouches for them. At some point, you're going to want to grab some more. Definitely get some higher end ones. Like, let's see here. So, yeah, you're going to want to try to get these definitely up higher. Try to get to like the marble or even the what am I trying to say here? The God Shard ones. But yeah, that's just something you could definitely work on in the future for sure. You got 2 elemental sorcerers. See, here's another thing too that would be a really good one. When I actually farmed up the lanterns, I'm not saying you have to get the lanterns. I went for these. You could even do the ones for Marby. Elemental Sorcerer is very good to have one of these on there because a lot of times you're going to farm up just basic mob materials on you're going to farm up mob materials on Elemental Sorcerer. They're the best at it. So it's very good to have at least whichever one you use as like your main Elemental Sorcerer to go ahead and up that bag. Same thing on Voidwalker. I mean, I see you've got it up fairly high. But yeah, upgrade your bags. Then you're... And the reason why I'm covering this, why I usually don't, is because you need help in stamps, and this is part of the reason why you need help in stamps. You got to get these bags up, especially on Voidwalker, Because let's be honest, we all know Voidwalker is the stamp guy. He's going to be the one you're going to be turning in most of your stuff on because they have the highest capacities. Get these up. Like, you want to try to God Shard everything on him. That's definitely something you can work on, for sure. It's very minimal. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so you're clearly doing your dungeons because you don't have a ton of charges. So you're clearly doing your dungeons. So keep doing it. You got all this stuff done? Beautiful. Great job. You got a few consolations to finish up. Knock those out at some point. Hey, what's up? How you doing? We're just doing an account review right now. That's all. I mean, everybody can say hi to YouTube if you want. So we're going to post this after. Yeah, this is one that takes a little bit of time. But yeah, finish them up. You got a couple on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you've got enough to complete this too, by the way. Or close to it. So finish those up. Yeah, you're all good. That's what this is for, right? For stuff you forgot about. I got you. I got you. Class stuff. Let's take a look at your Windwalker. We both know you were doing Windwalker at one point. Top of the Morning is huge. This is what helps you unlock a lot of your medallions. Ah, nice. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's cool you like watching them. See, now you can be a part of one. There you go. Yeah, so Top of the Morning is great for getting medallions because you can just pop it when it comes time and it just increases your chance by massively. It's going to be a huge upgrade for you to try to get medallions. Medallions is where you're going to get most of your damage from. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I see you got quite a ways to go on this. Like, I'm not going to like harp on you to death because I know you haven't done it very long. I'm just looking for one here. Okay, so you hit the 100 mark on this because every 50 this thing doubles. So if you want help in sneaking, this helps. It definitely does. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much into them. I mean, obviously if you want me to, I can. But there's not too much to it. A lot of this is just building up your damage, building up your upgrades to be able to take on the next one. It's not too complicated. We all know that. Make sure you use reductions every day. Because you see right now, everything that's able to be reduced because of reduction right now, it is a lot of these. So yeah, you definitely need to take some time to do some stamp days. For sure. Take some stamp days and do them up. Like I said, getting to 15,000, it is not a big reach for you. I would say that's the next good climb for you at this point, is 15. 14, 15. Yeah, I don't think that's crazy to think that. Also, unlock the rest of your stamps. You really need to unlock these ones that you don't have unlocked. Like, there's no reason to do that. Shit, this one right here, this one is in blue. Everyone that's in blue is also ones you already have the stuff for. But yeah, you got to unlock these last few stamps too. Definitely do that, for sure. Owl, we know you do on a regular basis. I'm not going to cover too much on that. We both know. Okay, I'm at 95%. I know they changed this. Let me get my keyboard here. Let's go like 85. Okay, you're like 90 on that. So you're focusing about 90. Because I know last time I said was probably about 80, 85 for you, I want to say. I could be wrong. But yeah, you're pumping them up. You're doing really good compared to the last time that I looked at this. You really are. Like, obviously you're not worrying about the ones that don't really need to be worried about. 95s on them, 96. Larry, you got up to 95, so you went for the quick, easy way, which makes sense. 95s on the ones that you doubled. Yeah, beautiful. You're looking for damage. These would be good ones too. I know sailing is definitely a little bit of a crutch for you. It's tough. I get it. But at some point when you can atom these, atom them. Like, these are going to help your damage by a lot. Get these up to like 90, 95%. They're going to help massively. You probably aren't able to do it yet, but just keep it in the back of your mind if for nothing else. These 3 are big for damage. Like, very big. And then once you get farming cooking, there's a lot of stuff in here that's farming items. Where is it? Like this is a farming item. You can blast this thing up once your farming gets up. We'll get into the extra on farming. There you go. Yeah, definitely do that. But yeah, there's a lot of farming items that there's no reason not to get a lot of these up to 99% efficiency. It's very, very easy to do that. Once you get your farming cooking a little bit, you can literally sit on 4 or 5 different things for all these bubbles. Like essentially crank it all the way up, level it all the way up, and then just sit on items for bubbles. And you'll 2-3 days and you'll have most of the ones that require farming stuff, and they'll be 99% efficiency. Like it is not hard. Everything's maxed, of course. Very nice. Vials. This one's pretty easy to do, to be honest with you. Like, with the whole capacity and everything else and all the stuff that's in in the hole and stuff like that, put these into your forge and just, like, keep them filled up in your forge. And these will be done before you know it. You can kind of passively do those. They're not hard. Besides that, like, obviously the salts are hard. This one, very, very easy to do. Go with your Voidwalker, or even, like, Voidwalker's probably going to be tough for you. But you can even take Beastmaster when you do your prints and shoot a print of this with Beastmaster. Trust me, you'll thank me later. If you have to, throw double on your 3D print if it isn't very high. Yeah, you haven't finished that. Throw, like, the double prints on there, and yeah, this will be done just passively. But yeah, you definitely got to finish this. Yeah, so you didn't even know that you didn't have it done. It happens. Once again, that's like I said, that's what this review is for. You kind of miss over stuff sometimes. It happens. It definitely happens. I see you're just kind of cherry picking the ones that you want. All good. Yeah, all sigils charge faster. Beautiful. Because, yeah, it affects the rest of them. You're all good. You're all good. Just shoot a print and it'll just passively get done. We all know that. You'll be good to go. Okay, World 3. You said you're going to reshoot prints. Let's just double check. Make sure you fill all your slots too, please. Yeah, I see that you did the World 6 here. I got you. See that nice little empty slot right there, Danneth? It's saying, put that last bio one here. It's just begging to be filled with that. You even got the spot lined right up for it. Yeah, you can just slap a friggin' whatever print. It doesn't have to be fancy. Slap one there, though. It's just sitting waiting for you. Yeah, I mean, you're printing the right stuff. Just like you said, you're gonna print some. You're gonna redo your prints. At least you're printing the right stuff. So I mean, I can't say too much about that. Finally, it looks great. See, at some point too, when you start going through on Windwalker and stuff like that, you're gonna get these leveled up. You're going to bring up the level on them. Be a lot better. Equinox. You were just talking how you finish some stuff. Yep, you got your symbols now. You'll be pumping into symbols forever now. Until this is done, just keep doing it. Don't do food lust. Don't do voter rights. Don't do lab. Which you haven't. Just pound Equinox symbols till it's done. Very simple right now for you. Let's see here. What challenges you got? Kilroy, you'll get that one done soon. We both know you're getting close. You're getting really close. Do that bow trick that I taught you too. When you guys do Kilroy, one of the best ones for it is going to be Windwalker. With Windwalker, when you farm, if you get a warp speed tier bow, hang on to it, use it for this. You're going to attack stuff so darn fast that, like, it is going to help. Because you're over damaged way over for this when you do Kilroy. So use a warp speed bow. And you'll get way more kills. That you're working on right now, we were talking about. At some point, you can do this. This is very easy, and you're going to want to get it done anyways. I mean, I know it's foodless, but look at it this way. If you clear this one out, you're going to get a different one up. Because this is very easy. You want to get a 100 billion green mushroom kills anyways, just for the sake of the money. Right? But yeah, you're doing good. Like, you're even, like I said, you're working on the card one right now. Okay, doing your thing in here. I get it. I know you were going through hitting some of these because we talked about it. You can definitely AFK on this other stuff, which you probably have been on your Deathbringer, so you can knock these out. You're also getting wows at the same time, which I'm pretty sure you're doing because that's what we talked about last time. Yeah, you can do that too. They're farming dragon statues. You could even put them here to knock out your Death Note. And to knock out your wows at the same time. Use your second Deathbringer if you've got to. Park them on these. To be honest with you, Deathbringer should not be doing statues or anything until this is done. Until you're completely done with wows, that's where your second Deathbringer should be sitting. They shouldn't leave it. You also have to do Glunko. I'm pretty sure I've told you about that many times. You get enough pickles. Anybody who doesn't know, I've said this a lot of times, but just in case you haven't heard. If you sit on the map, don't be in Wraith form, though, on Deathbringer. Get your pickles, your bone pickles. For the sake of this, so you can get more kills. And you, because of their gravestone, instead of it taking 20 minutes for this to respawn, it only takes 4. Therefore, you can let this overnight or something. You could get this to 100k very, very easy. I did it when I had about 200 pickles. So, to be honest, you probably have more than I do. Back when I did it. I had like 250. So, it'll take like a night or two. So, yeah. Next. Yeah, at some point, once you get your towers up a little bit more, I noticed that they're probably about on par. Maybe a little bit less. You'll have to do that up. You're looking fine on this. Yeah, just make sure that you keep turning these in. Like this one right now is full. Keep turning them in so you can keep leveling and make yourself better skulls. So like this one here, it's got a better skull. Like, just keep in mind, they're pretty easy to make. Prayers, we're not going to go much into that. I noticed you leveled rucksack we were talking about before. So yeah, equip that when you do your all of your stamps. It's going to help you a ton. Traps. Leveling because you want to hit 120. Perfect. So then you can also get the smithy and stuff done. Not going to worry about smithy. You know where you have to be. Cooking. Meals. Alright, you're at your breakpoint max on most of these. Got you. Yep. Just keep in mind that like you have one on each of these. You could just go slap some ladles into these guys. And you could probably just about max these too. Definitely do some ladles. On those last little few. Not a big deal. Yeah, you're into the point of where you're getting shinies and stuff. Perfect. Looking good. Lab. Beautiful. Got all your stuff. Rift, let's take a look at your skill masteries here. Cooking. Cooking is a very, very easy one because of the vault. The vault in there, level up the cooking EXP gains if you haven't already. Level it up pretty high with money. You can literally go through and use balloons on your characters, or you can use the other, you can use the pearls on them. I mainly use balloons. And you can actually get every single character up to 100. Very, very easy. That would put this up to 1,000 for you. And you would have everything. It would probably take you 15-20 minutes to knock everybody out to 100. It's very, very easy. Just make sure... Yeah, just make sure that you level the vault first if you haven't. Level it up as high as you can. And then, yeah, use balloons or pearls. Obviously, the pearls that you have to use within a certain level, you know, to like 50 or whatever it is. Use those first. Use the other one, and then start using your balloons. But you can get up to 100 very easy. Very easy. Like, the amount of XP you get from the vault now is insane. And yeah, that'll help you a lot. And think of it this way, too. That skill level counts toward Cavern and stuff, too. The measurement bonuses that go off total skill level, this is going to affect it. And you're going to get yourself, like, over, like, 812 levels if you get everybody to 100. 812 levels toward that measurement bonus, that's pretty good. Let's be honest. That's going to definitely make you go up. Nice, looks good. Definitely go back and start leveling up your gods. You're at that point now to where you're getting good enough gains. Keep in the back of your mind, you need to level these gods up. Try to start maxing them out. Like, especially AFK gains and stuff like that. Like, you need to max these guys out. Yeah. These two last ones take a little bit of time, but yeah, look at this. You're only at 10. Like, come on. You got to level this stuff up. It's easy to forget about them. I've done it myself. But yeah, level all these guys up. You want to max them. Gaming. We know that you hit Isotope, which is yay. Awesome. Yeah, see, it's easy to forget them. I forgot them for a while myself, too. So don't feel bad. Alright, so you're leveling on this right now. See, 5.8 bill. See what happens when you start doing some stuff? You notice between jars and everything else, you notice how much your XP went up like crazy? Because I remember you were pretty low before. It's definitely gone up a ton for you. A ton. You probably got everything unlocked. Very nice. I mean, I unlocked this guy. Whatever. That's up to you. After you're done with this guy, let's see, because you've unlocked everything, haven't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you unlocked the temple too. Yep. You're definitely going to push some more layers on there. But when you're done in this one, I would highly recommend you go into study. There's also schematics that give you stuff for having a combined level of everything in your study. So there's no reason, like, cherry pick the good ones first and then start just leveling everything after. Pick like a level, be like, hey, I'm going to get everything to 10, then I'm going to get everything to 15, then everything to 20, you know, and do that. Yeah, just do that, but like I said, cherry pick the good stuff first. Like jars. Jars would help you a lot. You can do the hive ones and stuff like that. Like, you can go around and get some more opals from that. Motherlode, another one you can get opals from. The Den is a crap ton of free opals. As a matter of fact, in case anybody's wondering, Cinderbane came out with a video that I actually looked at today, as a matter of fact, that he breaks down the Den very, very well. Take a look at that video. You can get yourself a crap ton of opals from that. You'll probably walk in and get like 20 if you don't have many. Like, you can get like 20 total pretty easy. So keep that in mind. Yeah, cherry pick the good ones and then get everything leveled up. Slab is what it is. You definitely are going to want to focus on it at some point. Like, there is definitely some stuff in here that you could easily get. Craftable stuff, I see. Lots of craftable stuff, to be honest. You definitely got to take a time out to go through and craft stuff. All these bags you got to craft. On a good note, at least, you only have to craft them, and then when they're in your inventory, it automatically counts. So that's good. All right, let's go into World 6. We're going to hit farming last. I'll kind of end with that, okay? Because I know you want a little extra on that, so we'll end with that. Yeah, you're looking good. There you go. See, going for the speed. Beautiful. You cleared Mastery 2. You'll get there. You'll get there. You're doing stuff right. I gotta tell you that right now. You're doing stuff right. And this 163. See, at some point, you could probably push this. Because usually the only ones that are going to stop you is going to be Glass Cannon. That's usually the one that's going to stop you. Because you have 1 health, they have 1 health. Just make sure you let them hit you a ton. Build up all that tons of damage. And then just smash their face in. I like how you got a lot of stuff maxed. You definitely maxed some stuff since the last time I looked. Yeah, so you're on the Coliseum grind for the most part. And then some other ones. Golden Peanuts are pretty easy. Incorporate that when you statue farm. When you're statue farming on top of it, what's going to happen is, you know, make sure that you're collecting hot dogs and craft them as you're farming statues. You've probably seen me do that, like, the last week or something that I was doing that. Actually, I think it was like a couple days ago I was doing it too. But yeah, if you're going to sit in front of your computer or whatever you're playing this on, and you're going to be farming statues, there's no reason not to unfilter hot dogs and craft the peanuts at the same time. They are massive. I can show you how much of a difference they are after, like, well, put it this way. It probably changes my, my drop rate when I have about 510k that's on me, maybe a little bit more. When I take that stack off from me, like, it's so much. It's probably a good 20, 25 times multiplier. And then the cakes on the beanstalk on top of that's probably another 20, 25. So I'm probably getting around a 50 times multiplier between the bit that's on me and the bit that's in the beanstalk. So yeah, it's massive for drop rate. Massive. I also don't recommend farming them. Candy the damn things. Like, you think that they're easy to do, and they're not. You just don't gain enough, and you need a lot. Just candy them and move on. Like, there's certain things in the game that you're going to use your candy on, and I understand people hoarding them. Don't hoard your candy when it comes to cakes. Use them to grab them. Most of the time, it's going to be Deathbringer. It's going to be the best that's going to do it. Have a AFK / drop rate build and candy on that. Simple as that. 48, yep. Fine. Got no attempts. See? Totally using them. Beautiful. Once you get everything you want, then push it up. Candy the pearls and the ghosts. Both. Yep, both. You farm the gold and food because you can't... Because it obviously takes a couple things of gold food. It takes Nalmaches, and it also takes Hampters. Farm those on DK. Farm those on DK, and then totally candy the pearls and ghosts. Do not farm them. It's a waste of time. Like, you need a lot. There's no way that, like, it's going to take you forever to farm those. Like, a solid week plus. And that's just a waste of time, in my opinion. All right, farming. So let's see how you're looking here. I mean, you're getting there. You're starting to move along. Let's go ahead and check your market and stuff here. You got those maxed out. All right. The XP one's pretty easy to max out too, and the Super GMO is easy to max out also. It's not too bad. So essentially, once you have all of these unlocked, you're looking at holding 100k. You'll get 100k crops is what you're going to need of everything, and that counts for everything. So you're going to want 100k because you've got points into it. Speed. Speed is like end-all, be-all. You can worry about the evolution and get a little bit in the OG fertilizer. Like, these three are going to be pretty big for you. But, like, keep in mind that this one is easy to max. And it's very, very good. It didn't used to work, but now it does. So, yeah, when you max out, like, you can go with the XP a bit, too, because that one's pretty easy to max out, too. I maxed it out later on. It's not a huge deal. You're definitely going to want some into the value one. But the value in the super is where you start making your crops worth more. When you're fast enough, it's less than a second. Like, mine are a fraction of a second for everything. Yeah, it gets to that point. Yeah. I can sit there and I can literally click on my crops before it even shows them coming up. Like, I can insta-click them. Yeah. You get to that point. So once you get to that point, speed starts to kind of drop off a little bit. You don't need speed as much. When you get to that point to where everything is just insta-growing and it's freaking insane, then you're going to probably start pushing evolution. Like I said, make sure that you're going to max out Super GMO. You're definitely going to put some into Value GMO. It takes a lot to max this, so don't keep in mind you're not just going to max this. You can max EXP. I did. But yeah, the rest you're going to kind of want to split around between these four for the most part later on. Because they're the only four that are pretty much left. Everything else can get maxed. Now when you go into this, when you start getting this stuff fairly fast, you're going to want to start leveling up this stuff. All of this stuff helps a lot. The more beans helps a lot because it's going to give you more magic beans. Product doubler is just going to give you more product in general. Fantastic. Evolution, good stuff. Like, land plots. There's no reason why you don't have this maxed. You got to max this thing out. You've got to max this out. More places to grow stuff, massive amount more you're going to get. You've got to try to max this if you can. I would highly recommend that you max this. Like, you should. It's the most important upgrade there is out of everything. More plots, more stuff, more beans, more upgrades, more everything. Like, and you want to start them fairly early on because then you're getting more land ranks. The more land ranks, the more you're going to explode. Yes, you should have every single spot unlocked. And that also takes us to the point where in the gem shop, guys, even if you're free to play at some point, you want to purchase the extra land plots in the gem shop. I know people don't want to hear that, but it is a very, very good thing. Like, land plots is the most important thing. Most important. There you go. But technically, with having points into this, you're going to need 100k of everything at some point. When you start being able to make enough, you're going to have to get 100k. So I see that you just got like 1 point in there. At some point, you're going to want to start putting more points in these. I mean, you're putting in your evolution, your speed, and your fertilizer right now, which by no means is bad. Like, that's a good thing. But once you start getting these things cooking and you start getting a lot of beans, you're going to want to focus some into these. You can prefer hoarding gems all you want, but at the end of the day, whether you're free to play or not, you should be buying those upgrades. There's upgrades in the shop that you should buy. If you're not buying farming, I don't want to hear anybody bitch that they can't get anywhere in farming. Like, you need to buy those land plots. You get enough gems, it's free to play even. There's no excuse on why you can't buy them. No excuse. If you don't have them, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I don't want to hear it that you can't get anywhere in farming because you're doing it to yourself. That's simple. And that's about enough of that. But yeah, start leveling these up too, but definitely focus on the land plots first. Trust me, you're going to be happy about it. Product doubler is awesome. Like, so you got it up to 102% chance, so you're going to get double. Yeah. It's very, very fast once you start getting it cooking. But you've got to make sure that you're growing enough crops and you're holding enough crops. Because eventually, when you get to the point to where you can get 100k very easy, do something until you get 100k and move on to the next. Yeah. So hopefully that's good for you, and you're good on it. They have some land. See, you definitely got to get some land ranks too at some point. But that just emphasizes even more to have all those extra lands because you get more land rank points, and land ranks help you a ton too. Like, this is definitely what you're missing out on is land ranks. Like, you get a bunch of points. All these things help you a ton. And use that land rank spreadsheet that I have into the Discord that I told you about and I put in there. It's right in the tips and tricks section. I have it in there. Feel free to use it. It doesn't show evolution on it, but that's fine. I mean, yeah, the achievement helps too, but I mean, you just want to max out your plots just for the sake of, like, it's just way more that you're getting. It's infinitely faster. But yeah, so that's probably about it, unless you got a question or anything, Danneth. If you're all good, we'll go ahead and end it there. Alright, so I would definitely be focusing on getting your tools upgraded on your characters. When I say that, I mean your traps and your skulls. Definitely get those upgraded. Also, focus on your farming. Make sure you did all the stuff that I talked about in that. When it comes to stamps, you have a lot of stamps that you can just level up. 15k would definitely be a good thing you could get up on stamps. Do that. If for nothing else, try to do it each day. At least knock some out each day. Especially when you get your gilded stamp every day. Focus on what you want to use that on. That's always a good thing. Let's see here. Post office, you're fine on. Talents, let's see. You're fine. I know you're working on those. At some point, you're going to want a gold food farm also. Yeah, you're starting to get to the point of nitpicking stuff. Like, you really are. You've got a lot of stuff done, which is really, really good. I know, I should probably start making lists and stuff as I do this, but, you know. Yeah, you can also knock out at some point, you can go to green mushrooms, so you can knock out the 100 billion one if you want to for your Equinox. That's another good one. I mean, you don't really have a ton of stuff standing out besides probably like stamps and maybe a little bit of your bubbles and stuff and your farming and stuff like that you really should probably push a little bit more than the rest. But overall, it's just a little bit of just kind of doing like daily stuff. You're like kind of like in maintenance mode. There's not a ton of stuff. Just make sure you know you're doing your dungeons every week. You're doing your rue. You're doing your owl. Stuff like that. When in doubt, I'll have the video there and you can kind of go through it. You know the drill. Yeah, alright. I'm going to go ahead and probably just end it right there then. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. But alright. Thanks a lot, guys. Later.